Hey everyone, so I'm here today to answer some questions that Alan Stedham sent to me for an interview. Our anthology called Lights in a Dark Sky is going to be released next month for free on all platforms, I'm pretty sure, and I'm really excited about this. The story world takes place in my Republic Chronicles galaxy, but it features short stories from Alan Stedham and other really good, amazing author friends of mine. So let's get right into the questions that he sent me.
Tell us a little about yourself.
So, first of all, I am Joanna White, if you guys don't already know that, and I'm a Christian author, and I've been writing since I was about 10 years old. I wrote my first story the summer before my 6th grade school year, and it was called Cell 91, and it was my attempt at a thriller. But as a 10-year-old, you know, how good is a book really? But ever since then, I started writing books for fun, and it was just more hobby writing. My friends would come up with different story ideas, and so I would write them down, and I would, include some characters that were mimicked from some of my friends, and but it wasn't until after I graduated high school that it became a career for me. I was picked up by a publisher back in 2019, I believe, and then I got the rights back to my stories, and I've been self-publishing ever since. I write a lot of fantasy, which is my go-to genre, but I do delve into lots of other genres like clean romance and science fiction and action, adventure, that sort of thing.
Tell us about your story in the Lights in a Dark Sky anthology.
So at the time that I was working on my story, which is called Trial by Fire, I think, working on Light Magi, or about to start working on Light Magi, which is book 1 in the Republic Chronicles. So all of these stories takes place in the same galaxy. A lot of what I explore is the Magi and stuff like that, and the main running of the Republic and Magi order to keep order in the galaxy. They're very similar to Jedi. I took a lot of inspiration from ancient cultures, ancient Rome, and ancient Israel, and Star Wars a little bit, and stuff like that. But my short story, I wanted to explore a different side of it than I did in Light Magi. So I decided to feature, because for Light Magi, I built a lot of characters that had to go into revolving around the Republic court and running of it, and how you would run a court that controls multiple solar systems and multiple planets. And so for some of those, I created characters with names that were my senators. I call them diplomats. And in one of those, I had a story where one of them, he's being blackmailed to and forced to hurt people to try to change and intimidate other diplomats voting on issues. So I decided to explore that story for Trial by Fire. And on the other side of it is his girlfriend, who is a Callie, and the Callie are basically space Vikings, and so a lot of people don't even feel like they should even have representation in court. There are lots of other races in the galaxy that don't, and when the people who represent races in court are meant to help their race live better, and it's like most of your race are evil, so in people's minds she shouldn't even be there. And it's just kind of this little adventure, and it's a really exciting story to get to explore.
Why do you write Christian fiction?
The main obvious reason is because I'm a Christian, and God is a big part of my life, and he's the one who gave me the passion I have for writing and the gift and talent for it. So I feel like it's always like a natural part of the stories that I write. The other part, of course, is to honor God and hopefully inspire and encourage people who are reading my stories and who may be going through a tough time or feel completely alone, or people who don't even know God. And I hope that they can read these stories and see a connection and reflection to that with real life, that yes, there's darkness in this world, but God is there, and he is the light in the darkness, which is the main theme of what I always try to show in my writing, and that's where the title of the anthology comes from.
What are you currently working on?
I currently just finished writing book 2 in the Republic Chronicles, which is called Shadow Magi. I just did the title reveal for book 3, which is going to be called Steel Magi, and I hope to be outlining it soon. I'm kind of currently working on getting some ideas together, basically following off the tail end of Shadow Magi and entering into the new one. I'm also working on preparing my Valiant series and continuing to work on it, editing book 5, which is called Rogue. Takes place on a water world, and I'm so excited because it's my first comedic fantasy. which I don't even know if that's a genre, but it's basically what it is. So, and also Immortal, and Mortal. Those are going to be the next 3 releases for the Valiant series. So I've got a lot going on, but since I just finished writing Shadow Magi, I've been kind of taking it easy and kind of jumping around. I have a habit of getting caught up in writing very specific things, and I get narrow focused and I work on that one thing. So when I finish writing a book, I finally give myself the freedom to delve into other things and projects that I pushed aside during the time that I wrote that, and that's what I did for Shadow Magi. For 36 days I focused on it, so now I have the freedom again to kind of focus on all these other projects that I kind of pushed to the side.
Where can people find you online?
I am trying to be present on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest. My handle is at author Joanna White, or you can go to authorjoannawhite.com where you can sign up for news updates, my newsletters. You can read all about me and my other books in these exciting story worlds that I love to live in. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little interview. And please subscribe to Alan's channel and mine and any others that are featured in this video.